Today I've come to the Mount Cootha Botanical Gardens in search of a very special plant that is currently fruiting, the cacao. Cacao is an understory tree from the tropical rainforests of the Americas. I couldn't make it over there on a Sunday morning, which is why I've come here to the Mount Cootha Botanical Gardens in Brisbane, southeast Queensland. Here they've got a geodesic dome greenhouse, and you can see as I walk through the foggers, the humidity is kept high and the temperatures high year round to replicate those of a tropical rainforest. On top of those foggers that go off every so often, there's a large pond in the middle that helps to keep that humidity up. Now they grow all kinds of tropical trees here, but the one I've come to see is this fruiting cacao. It's the cacao or cocoa bean that makes this tree so famous. The beans are fully dried and fermented before the cocoa butter and cocoa solids are extracted, and of course these are used to make chocolate. The beans themselves are found within the cocoa pod that you can see here. The pod has quite a thick leathery rind, 2 to 3 centimeters thick, and that surrounds a mucilaginous pulp called baba or de cacao in South America, and within that pulp there are the cocoa beans or seeds. Each pod has roughly 30 to 50 of those seeds that can then go on to be made into chocolate. The cacao is cauliflorous, which means it grows its flowers and then of course the fruit from the main trunks and stems of the tree. Other common fruit trees that do this are the jaboticaba and the jackfruit. The trees will flower and fruit pretty much year round under ideal conditions. Now if you don't have a greenhouse like the one you see here, you really need to live in the tropics to grow this plant. 20 degrees north or south from the equator is where they'll grow. Trees prefer a free draining soil to about 1.5 meters deep minimum, and they do best within a pH range of 5 to 7.5. Like most rainforest trees, they prefer a high amount of organic matter in the soil. And although they actually do handle full sun when they're mature, when they are younger they really need shading if you are to be successful. And as for water, if you don't get a minimum of 1500 to 2000 millimeters of rain for a year, you're going to have to supplement with irrigation. But remember, if you do that, you're not getting that humidity advantage that those high rainfall areas have that these trees need. I hope you enjoyed this brief look at the cacao tree. It's not one I'm planning on growing anytime soon. I don't long to grow trees that require that much care because they're not suited to my climate. But who knows, never say never. But let me know if you do grow one outside the tropics. I'd love to hear about it. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.